this is hopefully the start to a new beginning. This is exciting. I mean, top 5 is nothing to sneeze at. Now, coming up from an open call is pretty rad. So, I mean, I had a blast.
I mean, you obviously charted really well on iTunes yesterday.
I did.
Is there a little bit of frustration that even
Very much so. No, actually, I'm really stoked. Everyone is ridiculous. And so, everyone was asking last night, what do you think's going to happen? Anything. And that kind of just proved it. So you're never guaranteed that, even though you can chart well. It all depends on how other voting things go. And it's still anyone's game. So I couldn't be happier for anyone else. The top 3, they're awesome.
I understand you're planning to cut an album sometime in the future, so what would that sound like?
Well, actually, before The Voice even started, I had just finished mine, or was just about to release it. There were a couple of tweaks I had to do, but and it was more like a pop country kind of feel. But I'd like to see what's happening and perhaps even kind of rework some of that stuff before actually releasing any of it. So,
have you spoken to Shakira?
I only got to talk to her for like a second coming off the stage, and she's rad. She's so awesome. I had a lot of good moments like this last week with her, and nothing but support, and she's just amazing. So I hope to be able to keep in touch. And
what's been the best advice she gave you?
To connect with every song I sing, and if I don't do that, then I don't connect with my audience, and it's so true.
Did you have the chance to talk with any of the other coaches? Because obviously Blake seemed to be a huge fan of yours as well.
Not really. It was very brief. Like the quick hug, good job, you were great, keep it going. So, who knows? Maybe his people will call my people that I have to get.
Well, I mean, would you like to collaborate with these people now that you have finished the show? Are you looking like, okay, well, maybe sometime down the line I'd like to
I'd love to. I mean, if that's a possibility, I'm game for any of that. That's what I'm hoping kind of comes at me with any of this, I don't want this to be my end. I feel like I have so much more to give, so it's my time to dig in and strike while the iron's hot.
Cool. What do you feel is your defining performance?
What's what?
Your defining performance?
Whew. In this competition, what
was
it? I don't know, I guess they ended up all being slow songs that were really moving. Foolish Games ended up turning out way better than I thought it was going to. Shakira and I had a tough time. I had a tough time when she presented that song to me, and then really reworked everything, so I sat comfortably with it. So that ended up being probably one of my favorites that I did.
Was there something that you learned that that has now kind of changed your career path, or something, a piece of advice that maybe you're going to take with you that's changed the way you think about music?
I wouldn't say that per se. Just my main thing that I took away from her was what I said earlier, was just really connect with everything. And that's like with Foolish Games, that was my trouble. I was having a hard time connecting with the words until finally I dug in at one of my rehearsals and kind of tore everything apart and didn't look so literally at the meaning, but then was able to relate it to something else in my life to still have a really great connection with it.